welcome back, or if you're new to the show, also a very big welcome to this Dutch Diecast Collector channel, another episode. Today we got a Kamov 29, this one being from the French deliveries of Altaya, sorry. So it has a French booklet with it, so usually these came as a set in a booklet. They used to be $39.99. I paid a little bit more, I think I paid 20 euros for this one. You might have seen it already in Heavy Metal Diecast. This is the main reason why I bought it, so thank you, Chris, for making me buy it. As you can see, very cool little helicopter. He made me convinced that I wanted to buy one myself, and then I also said to myself, let's also record one, why not, because cool. So we're gonna dig into it. As you might see, I play a little bit with the display that we have here right now, so the background, the planes, the patches. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this thing a little bit more and trying to get more into this. The scenery, the recording, trying to make it a little bit better and more fun for you guys. So yeah, let's dig into this and see what's inside. Alrighty guys, so as I mentioned, the Atalya Ka-29 or Kamov. It's the Helix-B. The booklet that comes with it, the guy sent it over. It's quite cool, but it's in French, unfortunately, so I translate a little bit. But what I do like is the illustrations that are in there. So this is the helicopter in the box. A little bit of info. I translated a little bit through. It's mainly basic information, nothing super duper special. But still, it's cool that these type of booklets were there back in the day. There's also some other things. So yeah, well worth the while. Back in the day, the cost. So if I would have seen these books back in the day, I would have probably bought them. That's for sure. Now the packaging, as always from Atalya, very sturdy. I really hope this is easy. Now Chris made it look easy, so that's a good thing. It has the manual nicely in it. I'm going to open it, by the way, this time on the film, because I want to show you guys how unfortunate it is that you have to open them like this. So usually I just put my finger in between the cardboard and the plastic, and then you get this as an end result. Kamov is not on there, at least not this one, but the boxes are quite good in general, so you just open the base and then you have a packaging. So the little helicopter that's in there, let's grab her out. It's quite heavy, really heavy actually. There's more metal on this thing than I would expect. By the way, guys, I don't have my gloves on today with this one. I already saw a lot of imperfections, so I'm not worried that I will add too much problems to it. But always wash your hands in advance. So what I do like is the little details here in the stabilizer tail. They break off quite easily in real life, unfortunately. A lot of metal on this thing, by the way. So the frame's metal. Plastic pitot looks very sensitive. The rocket pods are really cool. The nice little wheel details, a little bit of dirt here, but I have to say, little security screws, a little bit of plastic, but that's to be expected. The wheels are not movable, by the way. There's no details inside the cockpit at all. It's just one big black mass, but in general, a very cool looking little model. And let's put her down. She has no weight issue, so that's really good. Usually you see with cheaper models, they tip over. Nah, manual. No, it cannot be more straightforward. Always watch out with the stance, as I mentioned in previous videos. If you never watch my videos, have a look in the review section. So what you always want to check out, does it stay on? Now this one stays on okay. If you have the feeling it's not staying on okay, just put a little droplet of second glue or a heavy glue in the middle. Now this one can hold quite some weight, but as you can see, if I put weight on it, it pops off. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to put a little bit of super glue after the video in there, just to make sure that it stays secured. Now the rotor shaft looks really sturdy, by the way. It's not for the faint-hearted, let's say. There are some parts glued in there, so the actuators that make their blades move, they're glued in that section. One of them is even loose, so it will sit as a shaft in the plane like this. The blades are all loose, so there's probably around 6 blades in there. There's no tail rotor, of course, because it's a dual axle. Now they're half-mooned. So what does half-moon mean? They only go on in one way. So it's best to double check which one fits the best. Probably there's one that's a bit bigger and one that's a bit smaller. That's at least what I could feel. So I just thrown all these plates on the table without thinking about that part. Was that smart? Nah, not really. So as you might notice, this one is a lot smaller, so this one goes on the top. And then it's also flipped upside down. Now, I already noticed when I was pushing on this thing, you're gonna have to be very careful. It's very sensitive stuff. As I mentioned, Atalya is good stuff, but yeah, just have to be very careful when putting these things together. So there's also an upper blade. So there's two size differences, which is really cool. At least I think it's an upper blade. It's really loose on the top. Let's try that again. No, it's a bottom blade. So yeah, let me know, guys. I'm always really curious what you guys think about Atalya. Personally, I like it. It makes the collecting more approachable for everyone. So it helps now if I don't have a fat wallet today, I can still buy a little model without breaking the bank. Now, although these have been going up in price lately, they're becoming more wanted because people have started collecting in the price ranges of 25 up to 30 euros. Now prices have been going up the last 5 years rapidly. So yeah, let me know. These things make it a bit more approachable in my eyes. At least Atalya makes it approachable. Oh man, this is really cool. I always like these biaxials. So the twin blade on top of each other. By the way, the windscreen wipers also need some dessert. So as I mentioned, I'm going to put her on a rotisserie table. I'm going to go over it closely, and then we'll see what you guys think. Alrighty, guys, so there you have it. The KA, yeah, man, I'm forgetting names today. KA-29. I always wanted to say KA-28. But I have to say, I'm not disappointed, as also Heavy Metal Diecast was not disappointed. I'm also not. It's a really fun little helicopter. Now again, I paid around 20 euros for this little guy. I think it's a bit too high. But then again, prices have been going up lately. Things have become more rare. Most collectors that own these don't see the value of them. Especially the collectors that were like kids, let's say. They have been putting them in their shelves and now selling them off, or either throwing them in the trash because they moved out. So they are becoming more rare, I think. You don't see them often for sale. If somebody has one for sale, be careful and gentle with it. It would be nice to see it with a collector that enjoys them. But for the rest, please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment what you think of this little Atalya KA-29. And I hope to see you next time. Stay safe and stay tuned for the next episode.